Hi, and welcome to Toni Time. Well, it's a new year, and I hope everybody has made their New Year's resolution. I haven't. I don't even know what I would make. But anyway, we have a very good show today, very interesting show today. A new friend of mine, Crystal, who owns a hair salon in Kennebunkport.
Lower Village, kind of.
Lower Village, Studio 41. And Crystal has done such an amazing job that I need for all of you to meet her. So without any further ado, and we also have a hair model today, and her name is Sly, and she's going to be able, Crystal's going to be able to show the curling and the change that you can make in a few minutes. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, no matter what time of day this is. Go get your coffee, your cocktail, whatever it may be. And I'd like to introduce to you now Crystal. Crystal, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Exciting.
It is, it
Very
is.
exciting.
So tell me, I want the audience to know you, and how did you get into hair?
Well, I've always sort of done my friend's hair in high school for proms and that sort of thing. And I moved to Maine and trying to find direction and went to cosmetology school and just fell in love with it.
Wow. So how long ago was that?
18 years ago?
God. So how long have you had your salon?
10 years. It was 10 years in June.
Wow.
Yes, very exciting.
So now you just decided to open up a salon, or were you in partnership with anyone at the beginning?
I was. My sister-in-law and I opened
okay.
it together. Yep. And since she's had children and
Oh, yeah.
yep, I moved on. So yeah.
I mean, you've got a beautiful salon.
Thank you. It's a great space.
It's a wonderful space, a great location.
Yep. Parking.
Parking. She has parking.
Right.
And I mean, people coming in, I mean, you've thought of everything. You have a wheelchair ramp.
Yep.
And you have the stairs. So, if you're you're using a walker or anything, she has a ramp so you can get in.
Yes.
So that was very thoughtful.
It
So
is nice.
how many people work in your salon?
I have two other stylists. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they've been with you for how long?
Let's see. John's been with me about 5 years, and Brooke has been with me about 2 years. So, yeah.
So when you're looking for a hairdresser to come into your shop, what do you look for?
Well, we're a hair family, and definitely personality is a big one, and skill,
Yeah.
but we all got to kind of work together, and personalities and no drama and just have fun.
That's what it's about.
It is.
And your style in the showroom, since I'm a New Yorker, boho chic.
Yes, I love that.
I love that too.
And we want it to be comfortable.
Yeah. And you have a sofa area and chairs and magazines. If you're having your hair dyed, you can just curl up and read. I mean, it's a very comfortable shop.
Thank you.
So now when you were a little girl, where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in New Hampshire.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, about 2.5 hours away. Yeah.
And what brought you to Maine?
Well, my Gigi lived here in the summer, and we would always come
Gigi?
here in the summer. She's since passed away, bless her heart. But yep, so that's what brought us here.
Okay. And who is Gigi?
Grandmother.
Gigi? The grandmother.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you spent your summers in Maine,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And with your shop, and was she any kind of influence on you when you were little?
Oh, absolutely. Very stylish, and yeah.
Okay. You have sisters or brothers?
I have 2 brothers, an older brother and a younger brother.
Oh, wow. So you come from a pretty good sized family.
Yeah, 3 of us.
Three
Yeah.
of you, yeah.
And I was in the middle, but it wasn't that bad.
Well, I think the middle child, when you have 2 boys,
Uh-huh.
is different than when you have 2 girls and a boy. Because I think the girl becomes more of a tomboy in a way, because she's got a younger brother and older brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of sports, and yeah, we grew up that way, definitely.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So now, you have a love of your life. We know that.
I do.
Yeah. And what's his name?
Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
And what does he think of your success with the salon and everything?
Oh, he loves it.
He must be
He
so
does.
proud of you.
Yeah, he is.
Because I know you're a hard worker.
Definitely. But it's easy when you're doing what you love.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I mean, at the end of the day, I get tired, but I feel like I go to work and make my friends look pretty.
You do. You do,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's great.
Yeah, because I was coming in with a friend of mine, Penny. And Penny is a little older, and I drive her to different appointments and whatever. And Crystal, Penny just, the sun just rises on you. And she said, I have to go see Crystal. I have to go see Crystal. I had no idea who she was talking about.
And the feeling's mutual. I
Yeah.
adore Penny. And I've probably been doing her hair. She's been a client of mine, I want to say, for about 15 years. So.
That long? I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, she's very loyal to you.
She is. She's great.
And so I would sit back, read a magazine, get caught up on my Hollywood news, and watch Crystal with Penny. And you know your customers, and you knew exactly what she wants, the way she wants it cut, the way she wants it curled. You delivered every time perfectly.
Well, it's definitely a collaboration, you know.
Yeah, well, you do listen to your clients.
I think that's a huge part of it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, do you take part in any of like the beauty shows that come up in Manhattan or
I do.
Boston?
I've done a lot of those. And actually, one of the company lines that we carry, Davinus, it's an Italian line. And about 5 years ago, I went over to Italy, which was so exciting, and did training with them. So that was a lot of fun. Some of the shows now tend to be lots of products, which is fun too. But I like more of the hands-on education.
Yeah, yeah. Because you have to keep up with everything and all the styles.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the hair and what people should kind of do with if they have really fine, thin hair. I mean, of course, it's the cut.
Yeah.
But what about product? What would you suggest?
Product, you definitely want to use some sort of root lifter before you blow dry. That's a big part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and really pumping up the volume. Get your fingers in there and move it all around and to create a nice base.
So what would they do? Would they just go in and lift?
Absolutely.
Just lift it
Yeah,
up.
get it in there and mess it all up and then smooth it under if you want, or depending on what style they have. But with fine hair, you definitely want to do a cut that has a weight line, because I think that kind of pumps it up.
What do you mean by that, so the audience? The
Okay, weight line, just, bobs are really big right now. Bobs are great for people with fine hair because it gives that nice line, but you can go in and do nice texturizing and just to create movement and volume.
Wow. Okay, yeah, because I know a lot. I mean, I have fine hair, and I know the cut is really important, and I like tons of layers.
Yes, texture, texture, texture.
Yeah, and I told Crystal, I said, I do a TV show. They get all sides of me. I need hair here to puff up, you know, and I always put it behind my ears, and I don't want to cut on my neck straight.
Yeah.
I want kind of a feather thing, and
Yeah, you want to keep it soft and feminine,
Right.
but fun and texturized. And
I won't say what I said to you in the
I
shop.
know, I was going to say. I think you said it on the phone. I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be a fun haircut.
But she knew exactly what I meant.
I did.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Of course. So let's just say for fine hair, it's the cut, root lifter.
Yes, you definitely
and
want it.
products.
I know sometimes people with fine hair are scared of products because if you get something that's too sticky or too heavy, it will weigh your hair
Yeah.
down. But if you get a good root lifter and just really pump up the volume during your blow dry, it makes a big difference.
All right. It's good to know. Now, you know, there are people that go to Walmart, they go to different shops and they buy bottles of shampoo. And they either don't like it, but they spend so much money in doing that. What would your suggestion be for them?
There's so many great professional product lines that now the price points, I mean, you can get something that's really nice for a good price point, maybe a couple dollars more than what you'd be spending at Walmart, and it's so worth it for the ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there is a big difference.
there's a huge difference.
Yeah. Now, you know, I was looking at your hair blower when I was in the shop.
My baby.
Your baby. And, I think about, I go and get a hair blower and I think, okay, I'll spend $19.99. But, there is a difference in hair blowers.
Yeah, there's a huge difference.
Explain that to us.
Well, I mean, you definitely want to get something that's ionic that isn't going to burn the outside of your hair. And I love mine's the Hairy Josh, and it just dries your hair very quickly, and it's not burning the hair. And that makes a huge difference because you want to keep the integrity of the hair nice.
So if you have, what did you call it, ionic?
Yes. Yeah.
What does that mean?
You want something that dries the hair from the inside out instead
okay.
of just kind of drying the outside of the cuticle.
So if they spend a little bit more, it's well worth it.
Yeah, and even Sally's Beauty Supply,
Yeah.
they carry some nice brands that are hair friendly and pocketbook friendly price-wise.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Now, let's talk about the thickness of hair. Some people have super, super thick hair.
Yeah.
What would you suggest them? Would you want them to have a layer cut? Would you want them to have a bob? Or would you go a different route with that?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what they want. Some people love like a nice direct line to show off the thickness, to exaggerate that. And with layering on thick, thick hair, you do have to be careful. It's almost like you want to do an invisible layer. Because then if it's not blended at all, you get those lines or the triangle thing. No one wants the triangle.
No, don't want the triangle.
No.
Yeah, because, there are a lot of people that, they have just this thick hair.
Yes, lucky people. I love the thick
Yeah,
hair.
and they either have it pulled back, but it's like they almost don't want to deal with it, and they don't know what cut they want to get.
Yeah. And a lot of times people with very thick hair, there's a lot of texture in there too. And there's so many great treatments out that you can kind of smooth it, and that way it cuts down your drying time, and it just makes it easier for the client to work with.
That's great information.
Yeah.
Great information. Now there are, like coloring your hair.
Yep.
Crystal and I are going to do something amazing
We
next
are.
time I go
Something
in.
very fun.
Yeah,
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Cruella DeVille has not left the building yet. Coloring hair. Is there, of course, you can overcolor. There's people who go to the store and they buy a box of color. And then after a while, it looks really heavy and dry.
Yeah, it just gets that solid look.
So when you have your hair colored in a salon, how does it make it better?
Well, first of all, it's definitely better for the integrity of the hair. It keeps your hair healthier. And if you want to change it, it's easier to take out and change and play around, and so you're not just stuck.
So
And it's more controlled.
okay. So your chemicals compared to some in the box.
Yeah.
Are
Oh, much more
easier?
gentle. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it's not just one solid color.
Right.
When we mix hair color, we're putting in several different shades, and that way it gives it nice depth and dimension, and versus that kind of all over, almost like shoe polish look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I've noticed from people who use a box hair color. It's like a helmet or it's a shoebox
Yeah.
color.
And then once it's in the hair, it's so hard to remove the box dyes.
Okay.
So definitely not recommended.
All right. Well, that's good for the audience to
Yes.
know. And you know your business. And so now tell me, what's the new things for spring and summer?
Well, I think hair right now, the direction it's in, it's just so nice because it's not all short haircuts or all long. It's very much soft and organic, and what's easy for the client, and all about self-expression. So, anything goes right now, which is really nice. And it's great for me too, because then I'm never bored. It's not like I'm doing the same haircut all day. Yeah.
Now, if somebody came in to you and said, I want this kind of haircut, and you knew it was going to be bad for
Yeah.
them, the shape of their face, the shape of everything, what would you say to them?
You have to be honest. I consider that part of my job, and if it doesn't look good or if they can't style it themselves, that all is part of my job. So I need to be really good in the consultation and make suggestions kindly, and yep. So it's like a collaboration.
That's so wonderful to hear. Because you know your products, You know your work, you know hair texture, you know everything. This is why you're such a success. You know, because you very seldom find a hairdresser that will really be honest with you, listen to what you say, and to achieve what you want.
Yeah, and that's all part of my job.
Yeah.
And it's fun too, you know, I think just as humans, we can get stuck in a rut and have the same hairstyle for years and years and years. And sometimes it's nice to get out of your comfort zone a little bit and tweak it. And again, I consider that part of my job too.
And that's
Just
great
switch
to
it up
hear.
just a little bit. Little
Yeah.
tweaks make such a big difference.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Definitely does. So now, since there's kind of a large array of hairstyles now,
Yeah.
what do you think of when the people spray in their hair the sun, where it brings it up to be blonder?
Oh, like sun in?
Sun in. Dippity-do.
I used to use that in high school, embarrassingly enough. But it's just so damaging. And then you end up getting those red, unwanted gold tones. And
No,
come into the salon and just get a few highlights, and it'll make the biggest difference.
it does.
Yeah.
Even around your
Just
face.
a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to frame it. I'll wait till
Give
you
it
see
some
what
nice dimension. And
Just wait till you see what Crystal does to my hair next.
I know, I'm so excited.
Yes, she's here on the show, and now she sees how the lighting and everything. So we'll know what we're going to do.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have a hair model here.
We do.
And Crystal's going to curl her hair. And why don't we introduce
Yes.
Sly? Sly, come on.
Come on up.
Come on up. Welcome. Have a seat. So I'll let you talk, Crystal, on what you're doing, explaining to the audience.
Yes. So what we're going to do is just a quick beach wave. This is something that you can do at home, and literally it'll take 10 minutes, and it just dresses the hair up and makes it nice and shiny and fun. So what I would do is just take sections,
Yeah?
and these little clips are great because it helps you with controlling the hair.
Yeah.
And that way you can start working at the bottom and not be too overwhelmed with a bunch of your hair.
So you should start from the bottom.
I think so. I just think it's easier because you can clip all of this up and start working down here and then just keep moving on up
Okay.
instead of having it all down and trying to start from there. And it's just, like I said, it can be overwhelming.
Okay. And Sly, how does it feel to be a hair model?
Well, it's the first time I've ever been a model. I'll take it.
She's my girl.
Great.
So what I like to do is just do a nice light hairspray and kind of work my fingers down.
Yeah?
And then I take the curling iron and pull it through once and then start at the root and click it. And I like to count
Yeah?
to 3 with each click.
So you're kind of working down the hair strand.
Yeah, and then you just smooth the ends out because, depending on what look you want to achieve, if you curled the ends, that just makes it a little too set. We want to do something fun and textured and beach wavy.
Okay. All right.
So then my next section, and if pieces fall out, that's fine. Just let them fall and you can curl it after.
Okay, so Sly's hair is kind of thick.
It is, it's very thick
Yeah.
and very textured too. She has
yeah.
really curly hair.
Do you really?
And recently we did a treatment on it, a smoothing treatment. Did that make it a lot easier to deal with
A
after
lot
we
less
did that?
time in the morning.
really?
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Oh, good.
My hair just soaked it right up. It was like it wanted it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It
And
wanted
added-
it.
Wanted it.
It did, it needed it. I swear they're life-changing for people, especially if you fight frizz.
Yeah.
In the summer, it's such a great thing to do because then you don't have to worry about it and you're not doing so much heat styling to like straighten it out and then,
They have you do that in the summer to me
yes.
because I have naturally curly hair.
It really just cuts all that frizz away, which is so nice.
Yeah. So you went skiing yesterday.
I did at Sunday River.
At Sunday River.
It was fun. It was fun. Mondays, great day to go skiing.
Well, you said it's like half price for
Yeah,
the
they had a
tickets?
$23 ticket. You buy it online before, and it was for Troy Murphy from Bethel, Maine. It was
Yeah.
a celebration, Mogul Monday.
Mogul
Ooh,
Monday.
Mogul Monday. I
Uh-huh.
love that.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you have to go to the Matterhorn
Of course.
Bar and Restaurant, which it's like a skier's museum
Oh, wow.
with a bar
Yeah.
and pizza and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, great. Sounds like fun.
It was a great day. It was a great
It was
day.
beautiful out yesterday too, so I'm sure skiing
Yeah.
was just nice,
It would have
Yeah.
been.
especially without a lot of lines.
That's true. I'd like to also mention Sly's husband is here. He's in the audience. But we told him we wouldn't turn the camera on him because he's going
Yes,
to run.
Victor's here for support.
Yes, he's here for support.
It's supposed to be working.
Oh,
Let's not tell anybody that.
welcome, Victor.
He's left the building.
He's left the
Left
building.
the building.
Victor has left the building.
He's on silent.
Or on mute. This is,
And you don't have to be too particular with your parting sections.
you don't?
No, you want it to be fun and just kind of loose and organic.
So now how long will that look stay with Sly?
Probably a couple days. When we do
Really?
it, does it stay a couple days?
When the curling and
Yeah.
it kind of
does.
keeps the body going.
Wow.
Yeah.
And sometimes I almost feel like it looks better the second day.
Wow. So,
Around the face, I like to curl away.
okay.
So it's almost like, if you were standing in the wind and had this nice breeze kind of going back. Look how pretty that looks.
Looks gorgeous.
And it just shows off her color too.
It does show off her color. I didn't notice it
Yeah.
as much until,
You just get that nice ribbon effect.
oh, you have such words, Crystal. Ribbon effect.
Well, it kind of is. It
You're
reminds
right,
me of
no.
that Christmas candy swirl.
Yeah. Wow. So, wow. I'm just watching you and it looks so easy in her hands.
Professional.
Her hands just move with the hair. I mean, it's like,
She's a natural.
she is a natural.
She's a natural.
Don't blush, Crystal.
Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome. Well, I mean, this is good for people. Now, what other services do you have in your salon? Do you
We just do hair and
Okay.
waxing.
waxing?
Yep,
So people, if they need to be waxed, they can make an appointment.
absolutely.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because I wanted to make sure that we covered all your services that you
yeah.
do.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
But no, we specialize in hair and coloring. We do lots and lots of weddings. Kennebunkport is a big wedding destination.
Yeah, it would be.
And yep, so those are fun too.
What about prom and all of that? Do you get a lot of that?
We do, and I love prom girls because it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's a little less serious than a wedding, and they're a little bit more on trend too.
True.
And I do tell my brides that come in, you want to do something that's timeless.
Yeah,
You don't want to look back and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that with my hair.
that's true.
So you want to keep it natural and fun.
Now, what kind of hairspray are you using?
This is the Moroccan oil, and it's a really nice medium hold hairspray
Yeah.
that's workable. It's not sticky at all, and it has a great scent. I wish everybody could smell it.
Wow. Now, I would think with the oil in there, it would make the hair heavier.
The oil really just acts as a protectant.
Okay.
They definitely have a concentrate oil itself, which is heavy, but they do a volumizing line as well. And really, the oil, the little bit of oil that's in there, it's just to keep your hair healthy, especially if you are blow drying or using any sort of hot tools. You really want to make sure you're putting the moisture back in the hair if you're taking it out.
Okay. All right. So tell us about you, Sly.
Oh, what do you want to know?
You have children?
Yes, I have one.
One.
I have a 14-year-old son.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you work or do you?
My husband works.
Oh, good.
He works a lot. He works
Good.
a lot. I try to stay home with our son, try to get him to where he's supposed to be.
Right.
And you do an amazing job with it. He's such a good
I do
guy.
have a property in Montana because we moved out here from Montana.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, so I have a little rental, little something I bought when I was in college. So I rent that out. So I love Renteria. I love the rent.
Right, of
When the check
course.
comes in, I love that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so.
And so how'd you meet Crystal?
I met Crystal through a friend, and it just seems like just in the last year or two, we've just been, doing more stuff together, so we've really got to know each other.
Fun.
Yeah, so it's been really fun, and meeting people like you, Toni, getting to meet you today, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Yeah,
Well, she's down to earth.
and she knows a lot of people, and just fun things to do, and
Great.
yeah, just adds to life.
It does.
Yeah.
We have a really great group of girlfriends right now, which is so nice. We're all kind of on the same page, which is fun.
Good.
So
Good.
see, look, that took us, 10 minutes?
Oh, wow.
And then if you want to get in and kind of get your fingers in there and just mess it up a little bit, again, you want it to be kind of soft and organic and
I love
lots
that.
of flow to it.
If you could turn her around in the chair, Crystal, just so
Give
people
me a
can
spin.
see.
Yes, so you can see the
Yeah,
back, which
give you a
is
spin.
gorgeous.
Give
me a spin.
Look how pretty. And that was so easy.
Yeah. That looks great. And it really pops out her color.
It really does. And adds shine and takes the volume
Yeah.
up a notch.
Exactly.
And this is just to add a little more shine.
Okay.
This is the Bamboo Micro Mist.
Oh, I love the bamboo
Oh,
products.
I do too. And again,
Love
like
them.
a great product, great ingredients, and the price point is just very pocketbook
Yeah,
friendly.
it is. That looks
But look how
great.
pretty. So
know.
fun, right? Look.
Slide. It looks gorgeous.
And that was so
let's go out.
quick. And I know,
Take
right?
her to lunch, Victor. Wow. Love it.
So pretty. And again, it's easy to do on
Yeah.
yourself. Like it's easy for the client to do this at home.
Yeah.
And it just transforms it and dresses it up and makes it different than straight. And
Well, right here, the cheekbones, it really pops her eyes out.
it does. And she has
Yeah,
gorgeous
because you have the
eyes,
curl
too.
right here, and her eyes are just,
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about curling it away from your face too. You're not hiding behind all your hair.
that's true too. That's true. Have a seat, Chris.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere.
Oh, I was going to run away.
No, you don't have to
I was
run
going to go to
away.
lunch.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So pretty.
If we want to, well, she's got the microphone on her.
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just leave that.
Leave her cape on.
Yeah, no, I think this is great. It's good for the audience to see something live, to know that, oh, gee, I never thought of that.
Yeah, and to see how easily it can be done
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I mean, that didn't take you any longer than probably about 10 minutes, if that.
Yeah,
And you did it on dry hair.
I did. Yes, you have to curl on dry hair.
Yeah, so it looks great. So are there any things coming up in your shop in spring that people should know about, or anything? I mean, you do have Facebook.
We do. Yeah, Facebook and throughout this time of year we do run different specials and
Okay.
so that Facebook is a great way to follow us and see what we're up to.
All right, everybody. Definitely. Because I just want people to know where to come.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you have all of that on your Facebook, we're going to have that at the end of the show.
We do. Yeah.
And definitely, it's just been a pleasure having you
Yes,
here.
thank you so much for having me.
And
I was so nervous.
She was
And you
nervous.
make me so comfortable.
Well, I told you, it's
So-
just like when we're in the salon talking.
Yeah,
It's
with really bright lights.
oh, really bright lights. Tell me about it. But I want to thank you for being
Yes,
here.
thank you so much for
thank
having
you,
me.
Sly.
Nice to meet
Yes,
you,
thank
Toni.
you.
Nice
Bye.
to meet you. And I want you to come back on the show. I
Sure.
mean, we have to make like a habit of this, like every month and a half, give updates on any products or hair, what you're doing. So the audience can go to your Facebook, see what's going on, and don't be afraid to call Crystal.
No,
I
not
mean,
at all, please.
And if you leave a message, she calls back, which means she listens to
I
her
do.
voicemail. And you can't ask for anything more than that. And it's a very comfortable shop. I mean, the environment is wonderful. So you're going to come back again.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're
I
just
would
gonna
love to.
keep doing this, and
Sounds like fun.
maybe next time you come, we'll cut hair.
Yes, that'd be great.
We could do that too.
We could.
So Crystal, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
So glad you were on the show.
Me too. Thank you.
Oh, mwah. And Sly, thank you so much.
You bet, Tony.
You are a good hair model.
A great hair model.
Great hair model.
There you go.
Fantastic.
I know. And I want to thank the audience for tuning in today and watching our show. So do go to Facebook. The end of our show, you'll see the credits. Call Crystal, make an appointment, talk to her about what you've been thinking about doing. And she's going to make it happen. She definitely is. And one more thing I want to say. I was in Portland about 2 weeks ago buying makeup base. And I was in Macy's, and I'm running through the store, and this woman popped out from some of the racks of clothes, and she said, "I watch your show all the time." And she was the sweetest woman, and I want to say a big hello to her. Okay, Diane, it was great meeting you. Thank you for your compliments. It really meant a lot. So keep on watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.